Hello everyone, welcome back to Tali's Kitchen, and today we're going to be learning how to make ROLEX. Now ROLEX is essentially chapati mixed with eggs, and you put them together and roll them in as so, and you just enjoy this really delicious and easy meal. It's also very easy to put together. It does not require that much time. You just need to prepare 2-3 chapatis, some omelets, and you're ready to go. And this one turned out absolutely incredible. You can pair this with anything. You can have avocado like I had with that one. You can add some tomatoes and some onions, or you can have it the classic way, just plain. So without any further ado, let's learn how to get this one done. So to start us off here, I'm going to be using here 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Next up, I'm going to be adding some salt to taste, and then I'm just going to go in with my hands to mix everything to combine. So next up here, go ahead and start adding your water in bits. I'm using here a total of 1 cup of water, but I'm going to add it in small amounts. So once you've added in your water, just go ahead and use your hands to knead your dough. We're looking to get a really nice soft dough, so do take your time here. It does require a little bit of elbow grease, but nothing too serious, so you just need 10 minutes and you'll have a really nice soft dough. Feel free to put this on your counter and continue kneading it further. And one of the tips that I'm going to give you here is when you're making any type of dough, once you let it rest for a while, it becomes a little softer. So if you're feeling as if you're too tired, just feel free to set this aside. It will become a little bit more soft, and then you can continue working on your dough. So this looks absolutely incredible. I'm also going to let my dough rest for about 30 minutes before I start preparing my chapatis. It's been about 30 minutes now, so I'm just going to go ahead and start rolling out my dough. So I've just put it on my counter, dusted it with a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick to my counter, and then I'm just using my rolling pin here to roll it out to the biggest size I can roll it out to. At this point, we're not looking to achieve any shape, we're just looking to roll it out. So once it's nice and flat, just go ahead and add in about 1 tablespoon of oil, and then use your hand to spread this around. Now it is this process right here that will make your chapatis have layers, so make sure you don't skip this point if you want to have layered chapatis. Next up, I'm just going to try and divide this into 4 equal parts, and then we're going to roll this out. So I ended up making only 3 chapatis from this, so I used the last piece to kind of just add on to the first 3 pieces. So in total I made here 3 chapatis because I wanted to have slightly bigger pieces. So once you've made those small balls, pick the first one, put it on your counter, dust your counter with a little bit of flour, and then go ahead and start rolling this out. At this point, shape is essential. We're trying to achieve that beautiful round chapati shape. So just take your time, turn it around until you get a beautiful, nice chapati. So I already have my pan that is heating up over medium heat, so just go ahead and add your chapati on it, and then we're going to begin cooking this. So we're just going to wait until it begins to rise like so, and then we'll flip it onto the other side. Once it starts to rise on the other side as well, we'll go ahead and flip it once more, and then we'll start adding in our oil. And I'm doing here about just 1 tablespoon of oil, and then just toss it around so that it can cook evenly. Flip it onto the other side and then move it around as well. This looks absolutely perfect. So just repeat the same process for the other 2 pieces of dough, and then your chapatis are ready. We're moving on to our next step. Now for my omelets here, I'm going to be cracking 6 eggs, 2 eggs in each bowl. And for my should I call them fillings? I don't know. For the stuff I'm going to be adding into my eggs, I have some tomatoes, some onions, some carrots, some green chilies, and some coriander leaves. So just go ahead and distribute those evenly in all the bowls, and then add in your salt to taste. You can add green pepper as well. I just didn't have green pepper today, so add in as many things that you'd want to add when you're making your omelette. Once you've added your salt to taste, go ahead and use a fork to beat this to combine, and then onto your pan add in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and let that heat up. So here are our 3 chapatis. Look at that, nice, incredible, soft and layering. So once your oil is nice and hot, go in and add your eggs. Now I'm going to just use my spatula here to spread my egg around because I want it to be approximately the same size as my chapatis. So just use your spoon or your spatula to kind of spread it out like so. So yeah, this size is good now. So I'm just going to let this cook. Once it has formed the brown rim, just use your spatula to gently flip it onto the other side. So we're going to let this cook for just about 2 more minutes, and then just bring in your chapati and put it on top of your eggs. You can see it's almost the same size, so a very good job done in terms of making the egg almost the size of the chapati. So just use your hand to toss it around, and then we're going to flip this on the other side, and we're basically done. Look at how beautiful that looks. Now this is it for our recipe today, and now it is time for us to assemble this. So this is very easy. All you need to do is basically roll this in. I have to say the classic ROLEX is my favorite. I prefer to have it plain like this, just the chapati and the mayai, and that is good enough for me. However, you can always go ahead and add in as much of anything as you want, and one of those things that I'm using here today is avocado slices. So just spread that along the center of your ROLEX, and then repeat the same process of rolling it in. It's like rolling sushi. So, and then the third option that I have here today for you guys is tomatoes and onions. I figured maybe you can try and do some ketchup in there if you want as well, but I didn't try it, so I wouldn't know how it tastes. But you can basically make it your own at this point. So these are basically ready. You can have this as they are. You can cut this into 2 so that it's easier to hold, but that is basically it. So I really hope that you guys truly enjoyed this recipe, because I know I enjoyed it and it was absolutely fantastic. So do consider subscribing to my channel if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, liking and sharing the video, and of course I will see you all next time with another fantastic recipe. For now, bye bye and take care of yourselves.